Hey.
So today was a great day.
Oh yeah.
Josiah woke up at what time?
At 6:30.
And why did you do that?
So I spent the morning walking around the outside of our hotel trying to find the fastest connection to the wireless or the cellular service to try to get our boarding pass for the Rise of Resistance. So
What time did you have to so what time does it run out and what time does it open?
So it opens at 7. It's like instantaneously is out, like taken. And in order to have any remote chance of getting a pass, you have to find, I took like a speed test. I kept doing a speed test around the outside of our hotel until I found like the fastest point I could find. And it was around like 100 megabits per second. Inside our room was like 10 megabits per second, so that's why I didn't get it the first time. Is because I was in our room and it was really slow. It loaded, but it was really slow, and that extra like couple milliseconds is huge.
What time does the park open?
The park opens at 9. So so at 7 you have to keep refreshing it at 6:58 and just keep refreshing it. And what I do is keep refreshing it on the left side of the screen, so you can accidentally hit the joint button on purpose. Basically, it'll sort of purposely accidentally hit the joint when it shows up. If that doesn't happen, as soon as you see that joint, hit it real fast. Just hit next. Just keep hitting next, at the very bottom of the screen, and that's how you're gonna get it. That's how I get it, and I'm hoping you guys have a little bit better luck because I did get it. So I got group 7, like one of the first, literally like we rode the ride before the park even opened.
We got in the park at around 8:40, I believe. I looked at my clock. We got back there and we rode the Rise of the Resistance and we were done by...
Before the park was even open.
Yeah, so 5 minutes before the park had opened, I believe.
Yeah.
It was really fast.
Yeah, it was. It was amazing.
So what did we do after that?
Well, do we want to talk about the ride?
Yeah, let's talk about the ride. It's probably a good idea. So we walk through the queue after they see that we have our boarding pass and everything. We scan our magic bands. Basically, you can only ride this once a day.
Yep.
So if you don't get on at 7, you can try again at 1 o'clock.
But the same strategy, but you would have to do, and you have to be in the park. So you have to do is walk into an open area. And I would probably do the same technique where you try ahead of time, like 30 minutes or more ahead of time, trying to find the fastest point that you can. And it fluctuates. Even the fastest point, it kind of fluctuates by a couple of like megabytes per second. I would say anything above 50, you're gonna be pretty good.
What's a good website for that?
Okia. Usually, this is usually the first option when you search up speed test. There's an app for it too, and that's what I used was its app. It's pretty. I think it's a pretty famous speed test. So you're trying to find like what's the fastest spot. Really, you don't have to go any fancier than that. So, and the wireless, your cellular, is going to be way faster than the Wi-Fi they have in the parks. So.
So, the ride. For those of you that haven't seen the video of the Rise of the Resistance, please, please, please watch. Because it is elevated, obviously, a lot when you're actually on the ride.
Yes.
This is basically what happens. So, it could be considered, I guess, intense for some younger children. But this is our experience with it. So, you walk through the queue and everything. And you're with the Resistance. And what they do, they're trying to get you transported from the Batuu base because the Batuu base has been discovered by the First Order. And they're basically getting run out and it's not a good situation. They need to escape to the next base. So they tell you where their secret base is, which I'm not going to tell you where it is. You have to ride the ride to figure it out. But they tell you where the secret base is. And they tell you, you are getting transported here. And you have this whole crew of people that are going to help get you there in multiple different ships. So the ship that you get on, So after your pre-show that tells you that you're going to a new secret location, they take you to another area. And you get on this area and it's themed like you're stepping on a spaceship, which then flies you out of the Earth's atmosphere.
Yep.
So in this, there are no seatbelts or anything, so you're just kind of holding onto the rail. It's only slightly bumpy. It's not that hard to hold on, so you just hold on. And the whole theming that happens in that part. So they ask if everybody's ready to take off. They take off, and TIE fighters come out of nowhere. You're really confused as to what is going on because they're supposed to be TIE fighters. Well, they start taking out the other ships. And the one that doesn't get taken out, he goes and he's just like, you guys are just gonna have to figure this out. I will come back for you. And he disappears. So you get tractor beamed?
Yep.
Tractor beamed into a
First
Star
Order,
Destroyer.
Yep.
A First Order Star Destroyer. And before like we board onto the ship and the doors are still closed and everything, before we actually land on the ship, he says, don't tell them anything about the secret base. Just don't say anything. You don't know anything. So you're like, okay. So then a First Order officer, crew member, comes onto the ship. And this was really funny because nobody actually moved at this point because we were all just like confused as to what was going on. I think we were all first timers,
Like
so we were all like just taking it in.
I think he was like all like, you know, like you have entered like the First Order, you know, like
You are being boarded by the First Order, so you must exit. It's like the way that he said it was just like
exit.
really confusing.
Yeah.
He just like move.
Yeah,
And
so yeah, we just stood there. We all stood there staring at him for like a couple seconds, and he's like, "So move." Basically,
he's like, "So obviously you are all very smart. Leave, move, get out of the ship. Get this out." It was
I don't know
funny.
what he said though, but he didn't make it seem like we're supposed to move out. Like I think we're supposed. Like I knew deep inside we were supposed to, but he didn't like clearly say it, so we all just stood there.
So he's just
in
like,
unison.
That means get out. And the way that he said it was just like perfectly themed. Like it was amazing.
Yeah.
So basically we get kicked off of our ship. And then we are being escorted through the First Order base. Now before this happens, where you step out, there is an entire screen that you see. It's like you're in space. You're in a space station. But you're not just in a space station. You're in the First Order Star Destroyer. And so like it's really intense. And the atmosphere in there is really scary.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's kind of scary, I'm not gonna lie. So there are lines and lines of stormtroopers, and they all move just like a little bit to make you think they're actual people. But oh my goodness, it was really creepy. So basically you get escorted down and you're going down the corridors that you see in all of the movies, and it is amazing.
It is really cool.
But they take you through, and when you get through all of that, they put you in a cell where they're going to start to basically interrogate you. So while we were waiting to get into the interrogation room, one of the First Order officers, because one of the parties we were with, it was their birthday. And so they were wearing a birthday pin. Josiah and I didn't have our honeymoon pins on. So it was her birthday, she had the birthday pin. And the First Order officer just kind of glared at her and said, "So, getting captured by the First Order on your birthday. Maybe next year you'll make a better decision and join the First Order." And so it was just like, okay, that was pretty intense. So we get escorted into this interrogation
It was pretty
room.
funny.
It was very funny. So you get escorted into this interrogation room, and Kylo Ren comes out on a screen, and he's just like, I'm gonna interrogate them. This is my personal thing. I'm going to take care of this. And then he gets called out on the bridge. So he leaves. So we're like, okay. Like, okay, what's gonna happen next type of thing. Well then, on the side, you start seeing like something red kind of like poking through, like metal being heated up. You see like that happening. And you can tell it's by a lightsaber just by the way it's shaped and by the way it's moving. So you can tell it's a lightsaber on the opposite side. No?
No.
What is it?
It was a fusion cutter.
It was a fusion cutter. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Similar. It's just melting around the thing, but yes. I'm sorry, I'm a Star Wars nerd, so I know this kind of thing.
Yeah. To me, it just, because it was thin enough, but it also moved like a lightsaber, my goodness.
Yeah.
So they get us through. They tell us that we have to board quickly. They're like talking to the droids as we're getting on, saying like, this is your mission, this is what you have to do, make sure you get these recruits to this place. And they're telling us, so the First Order has already gotten to us once, we can't do this again, you're going back to Batuu. So we're not going to the secret base. And so we get onto this car, and this is the actual ride.
Yep.
And you're going through the Star Destroyer. Kylo Ren finds out that you've escaped. He's chasing you. You're running away. The entire Republic is attacking this Star Destroyer. Eventually, Kylo Ren gets kind of blown through a hole in the ship, but you know that he's still alive because he's wearing his respirator and everything. So it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, he's gone for now, but we need to like move and get out of here. And so we finally make it, and we get back on Batuu. But it's really, really cool. And it is such an adventure. It is just, it's so amazing.
Yeah, it is really cool.
It may be a little intense for like little children just because it is a lot. It's just an intense atmosphere. So after we did that, we rode the Tower of Terror because that was something we hadn't been able to ride the last time. And then we rode the Rock and Roller Coaster.
Yep.
And then we basically just rode what we wanted to ride, and we chilled. Eventually, we got ourselves a Ronto wrap.
Yep.
That was really good. We hadn't tried it before. Look it up if you're curious, but they're really good. And then we went to Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater.
Yeah, that was really good.
Nice.
They had really good burgers and stuff. That was really good. I had like a barbecue burger.
So we did that. And then later, after we got on all those rides and everything, we decided that we were thirsty and just wanted to sit and chill. So we went to the Baseline Tap House, and we didn't eat anything there. But we got 2 waters. Josiah got himself a non-alcoholic black cherry soda.
Yep.
Which was very good.
It was very good, but it was sweet. So if you don't like sweet, probably not your thing, but it was very good.
And then I got myself, it was a California something.
Sunrise.
Sunrise. Was it Sunrise?
Yep. It had vodka and Absolute vodka and
It was like,
yeah.
it was fruity, but not like sweet fruity. So it was really good. I enjoyed it a lot. And from there, we went to Launching Bay 27?
Yeah.
7.
That's 7.
7.
So 7.
Launching Bay 7. So we got ourselves a tip yip.
Yep.
Which, if you're not familiar with what a tip yip is, it is a chicken. But it's not just a chicken. It's really high quality, good chicken in the shape of a rectangular prism, breaded, fried, on a bed of what you so desire out of their options.
Yep.
We got the kale and mushroom pasta.
Yep.
And that was really good.
That was really, really good.
They also had options of mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and gravy. And there was something else with vegetables, and I don't remember what it was. But we got the kale and mushroom pasta, and that was really good. At this rate, I was pretty hungry, so I ate the majority of it, and I totally forgot that Josiah was supposed to be sharing it with me.
Nah, I wasn't that hungry, so it was fine.
So then from there, we went to get a few more kyber crystals. and we will explain.
Well, we'll add more cryo crystals.
Well, hold on. We will explain everything as to why we had to get more crystals and everything in our lightsaber video. So, without going into detail on that, we'll just leave it there. And then we went to Oga's Cantina.
Yep.
And basically what we did, the server thought we were insane. We ordered 2 alcoholic beverages. We ordered the Fuzzy Tauntaun, which is the one with the foam that makes your mouth feel like tingly and numbs your lips and your tongue. And I don't know if you're familiar with buzz buttons, but essentially it was a buzz button foam. So if you're familiar with buzz buttons, that's what it is. If not, you can look it up. I don't feel like really telling you about buzz buttons. They're not as bad as they sound, I promise.
Yeah.
So there's that. It also had peach schnapps and vodka, among other things. It was a very fruity drink. So I drank that one myself. And then we got the Yup Nup. I'm sorry. These are fun to say.
They are really fun to say.
The Yup Nup, which is a pricier drink. However, it's so pricey because it comes in a souvenir cup. And it's a ceramic cup. It's very big. It's very beautiful. And we will show that to you when we do our haul video.
Yes, so they do the one you get, like the one that you drink in the cantina, is not the one you take home. They'll give you a separate one to take home.
Yes, so you're not taking home anything sticky.
Yep.
So they take the one that you drank out of back, and
it should be packaged well for basically
yes.
going back home.
Yes, so it came in a box. We will show it to you, but we will basically unbox it with you, so you will be able to see how well it is protected. So that was a very fruity drink that Josiah loved. But again, I had drank the majority of it because Josiah is typically not an alcohol drinker.
Yep.
So I drank that as well. We also got the Blue Bantha. Now the Blue Bantha is basically the blue milk that we had. However, people get it because it comes with a cookie. And you cannot just buy the cookie because it comes with the Blue Bantha. So of course we had to get that. Because we had to try the cookie.
Yep.
So basically we downed that, downed the cookie, got the alcoholic drinks. I started with those as Josiah finished the blue milk, and then we ate what we had. So basically we got Oga's Obsession, which comes in a petri dish, and it is blue jello with Pop Rocks and like fruity, not like fruit chunks, but like fruit candy chunks.
Yep.
So that was really good.
With the bursting bubbles?
No,
or was
no, that was the other one.
I thought they both had it.
Oga's didn't have it.
Okay.
There's another version of it, which is what Josiah was talking about. I cannot, for the life of me, remember what it was. But it was an alcoholic version of that same drink. That one had the bursting bubbles, and that one had the alcohol in it. It was practically the same thing, except it had alcohol and it had the bursting bubbles. Which, when we say bursting bubbles, we mean bubble balls. So, there's that.
It was like Ronin something.
And it wasn't Ronin.
Ronin, the type of creature, species in Star Wars.
It's not a Ronin, Josiah.
Okay.
It's it starts with an R, but it's not Ronin.
Yeah.
So, apart from those, we also got, basically it was their version of a charcuterie board.
Yep. And
when we told this to the server, he's just like, all of that. I'm like, yes, please. And he's just like, okay. He wasn't expecting the two of us to be ordering that much food. We ate all the food, except with the exception of pork rinds and some peppers, yeah. And there was like a single spring onion left on the plate, but it was just like, I don't know, I didn't like it, so we left it. But like we ate all of the cheeses and the meats and the majority of everything, so like, yeah. So we had all that, and yeah, So it was really funny the way that we did it. We did the blue milk first. I kind of left a bit for Josiah as I started with the Yup Nup. So I got a good portion of the Yup Nup done, and about two-thirds of the way down, Josiah took over on that one.
Yep.
And so he finished that one. I started the Fuzzy Tauntaun, but at one point the Fuzzy Tauntaun hadn't really been touched, and we had like partly destroyed a lot of the food. And so he's just like, is the Fuzzy Tauntaun not good? Like, I'm confused. I'm like, oh no, we usually just tackle one drink at a time between the two of us, and then we'll move on to the next one, so we just haven't gotten to that one yet. And he's like, oh. He was just very interested. And we left, and we were both pretty sober. And he just did not know how to react to that, because apparently that's just not normal. Mind you, Disney is very heavy-handed with their alcohol, particularly their liquor. And so it was just shocking to him that we were able to do all of that with no problems.
Apparently I'm not a super lightweight, which is good, so.
Yeah, Josiah had a good bit of it, because I had gotten through probably...
I had nearly not as much as you did, but...
No, I did the Fuzzy Tauntaun all myself. Josiah only had like a small sip of it, I think. And then I had him lick the Buzz Button foam, because I wanted him to understand what that felt like, because it was just really interesting. So I had him do that, but like he didn't care for it all that much. So I downed that one myself within, what, 5 minutes maybe?
Yeah.
Like when I started really drinking it, 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, because by the way, we weren't sitting down.
We were standing.
We were standing. There's a lot of standing places, so instead of sitting, which was weird.
It was very strange.
We were in the corner, like sitting, but it was still a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And you only can have like 45 minutes there. You can only spend 45 minutes. So we're like, okay, we gotta really get these down.
Yeah. So we were like almost in a rush to make sure we got everything down. Mind you, we were not buzzed. We were not irresponsible. We were good.
I was perfectly fine. I didn't, of course, like I said, I didn't have nearly as much as you did, but.
And the only effect it had on me, it put me in my sweet spot where I was mellowed, but like not really affected. I was a little happier. I mean, I was just like singing as we're walking around, which was
you're happy
nice
when you drink.
Because my knee has not been doing well this trip. I think I told you about it before. So when I have a little bit of alcohol in my system, it does take the pressure off of my knee, and it doesn't hurt nearly as bad. So I've been trying to keep, I don't want to say I've been trying to keep a little bit of alcohol in my system, but when I do drink alcohol, I'll drink just enough to like make that hurt go away for just a little bit. But it doesn't take much. I don't want to make it sound like I'm drinking my pain away. That is not what I'm doing. But like, it's one of those things where like if I get to my sweet spot where I'm happy, but like I'm not like feeling it, I can't feel my knee as much. And when I start coming down, I know, because I can start feeling my knee better. So yeah, that's pretty much what we've been doing today.
Yep.
And what are we gonna do tonight?
Swim.
We haven't been able to do the pool yet.
Yep.
So we're gonna go enjoy the pool, and we are going to not record it because we just need a break.
Yeah.
We've been recording every day since this vacation started, which is a lot for us because it's a lot of different stuff, and it's just not what we're used to. So we hope you enjoyed. We will go pick out our bath bomb, and we will do it, later. So that way we have our bath bomb picked out and we don't have to record another clip when we get back from the pool.
Yep.
So let me go pick out that bath bomb really quick. We'll talk about it, and then we'll let you know.
Alright.
Bath bomb!
Bath bomb.
This one has a Mickey on it.
Eventually.
Get your face out of the shot.
Hey, come on camera, you can do it. Let me just give it a tap tap. There you go. Give it a tap tap. Yes.
There we go.
There we go.
Like I said, if you put your eyes anywhere near it, it won't focus on anything but your face. So this one is a Mickey bath bomb.
Yep.
And it's got little dots, if you can see. Saya, get your face. Can you see?
Boop.
So it has like little confetti dots, if you can see. It smells like strawberries.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It smells really fruity. It smells like strawberries.
It smells really good.
So this one is one of their medium bath bombs, so it's a little bit on the smaller side than the other ones that I've been using lately. But very excited to try this one when we get back from the pool. But my bath bomb of the day, and we will see you guys tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Bye.
You are the passengers in a most uncommon elevator about to ascend into your very own episode of The Twilight Zone. One stormy night long ago, 5 people stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. That door is opening once again, and this time, it's opening for you. Discover what lies beyond the 5th dimension, beyond the deepest, darkest corner of the imagination, in the Tower of Terror.
That was a real good one.
It was.
Wow.
A warm welcome back to those of you who made it, and a friendly word of warning. Something you won't find in any guidebook. The next time you check into a deserted hotel on the dark side of Hollywood, make sure you know just what kind of vacancy you're filling, or you may find yourself a permanent resident of the Twilight Zone.